You get your kids their new backpacks, school supplies, new shoes. You send them off to the school and hope they have a good day. But once they get on the bus and into the classroom, their well-being is a bit out of your hands. On today's show, we're talking with the experts at Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh about how to keep your young ones safe on the bus, the playground, at lunch, and in the classroom. Here to get our series of school safety segments started is Children's Director of Trauma and Injury Prevention, Dr. Barbara Gaines. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is probably high on the list of things that parents think about. We are in that role of wanting to protect our children at all times. So.
Sure.
How do we keep them safe when they're out of our sight?
Well, I think the first thing is that we should breathe a huge sigh of relief that school has finally started, because to be honest, the safest place for them is school. Our injury numbers are much higher in the summer when they're not in school than they are during the school year, where they're in a very safe, well-supervised location. So the first thing is to take a deep breath.
Because they actually go down. So are there common injuries that you see once school starts, though?
So I think the first thing is just getting to school. So many children take a school bus, and I also want to reassure parents that the school bus is probably the safest vehicle on the road. School buses are designed, it's kind of what I call the sardine effect. They're designed to pack children in very closely, so even if there is a crash, there's not a whole lot of room for them to move around. So the first thing is, if you're putting your child on a school bus, take another deep breath and say, I am putting my child on the safest vehicle on the road.
Okay, well, the other thing, too, is where the kids are walking to school.
Absolutely.
Maybe they're biking. You know, it's not just all of that, but it's just getting to school on their own.
Right.
And that can be kind of a concern.
Right. So, again, depending on the age of your child, I think walking to school is great, but you just have to understand the age of your child and make sure that they're appropriately supervised. And kids need a little review of sort of the rules of the road. Stopping at the crosswalks, looking both ways, checking again, making sure that the light is green, that the little Walkman is out. If it's flashing, you're not supposed to go across the street. Those kinds of things, really important to remind them. I also think it's really important that those of us who are driving also remember that school has started and there are going to be children walking. And sometimes those children may have forgotten the rules or might be a little bit late and are going to run across the street. So we as drivers need to be really aware. And
I want to talk about this new app that you guys have, Children's Pittsburgh app. I think that this is fascinating. Not only can you check symptoms, but you can also save a spot at the hospital.
So we have a bunch of new features on our app. Well, first one that we wanted to talk about is Save a Spot. So if your child does get injured and it seems, or just doesn't feel well, you can look up the wait times at the various express cares, and you can find the one that's closest to you, and you can actually save your spot in line so that when you get there, hopefully your child is about ready to be seen. Great. We can also, if your child's a little bit sicker and you need to come to the main children's emergency department, the wait times are also updated every 3 minutes or so.
You can know how long you're going to be waiting there.
So you can know.
And how about the symptom checker? This is something I've done before.
Great. So your kid's not looking quite right and you want to know, do I need to bring him in or not? You can type in the symptoms and it's going to tell you, you know, that's something you need to be concerned about. That's something that can wait till tomorrow and call your PCP, or you need to come right now. And so I think it can be really helpful for parents to just get a little bit of guidance about just what they need to do with that child.
That especially would be helpful after hours. So.
Yes,
Thank you so much for giving us all these great pointers today. We appreciate you coming on today.
Sure.
And this is Dr. Barbara Gaines, Director of Trauma and Injury Prevention at UPMC Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh. Thanks again.
Thank you so much.
And stay with us. There's more ahead in our series of reports this morning on back-to-school safety. Still to come, we're talking fall and food allergies for students that may require medicine during the school day. Also ahead, how much sleep do students need to perform their best, and how do you help them get it? Plus, nutrition, how to keep your students fueled to keep them going through the day and after, because we know they have tons of after-school activities as well.